What's going on, guys? It's Paul from Boosted Films, and I finally got the chance to take my EVO and put it on a dyno and see what kind of power I could get to the wheels. So ASM, the shop that originally tuned my EVO, I've been running the same tune for about a year. They got a dyno, it's brand new, just put it in recently, and they decided to have a dyno day. So I decided to make the 3-hour trip with the EVO to drive it there, dyno it, see what it could do, and drive it back home. And everything went really well, and honestly, it totally exceeded my expectations. I was pretty surprised at the all-wheel drive horsepower I was able to put down. I honestly thought it would be right around 400, probably a little bit below 400 for the horsepower and torque, and it wound up being 414 all-wheel horsepower and 414 torque. And this is the same tune I had in the car when I ran a 12.0 at 118 miles per hour at the drag strip at the end of last season. That was with about a high 1.760 foot time, and that was with some 400 treadwear street tires. So just running down the mods list, it is pretty simple, but just to cover all the details and document exactly kind of what's done to the car for this horsepower, the only internal mods are basically the GSC S1 cams, and along with that are the ARP head studs. And then it's a lot of your basic bolt-ons, front mount intercooler. My brand is a Spearco front mount intercooler. Full 3-inch exhaust. The brand of my exhaust is Busher Racing. Running some 1000cc low Z injectors. The brand I'm running is PTE. It's got engine intercooler piping and a Dijon tool air intake. And a 255 Warble fuel pump pushing out E85. And then basically some upgraded OEM parts. I upgraded the stock EVO 8 turbo to a stock EVO 9 turbo, so it is, still a stock OEM Mitsubishi EVO part. And same thing with the blow-off valve. It's not a stock EVO 8 blow-off valve, it is a stock EVO 10 blow-off valve. And of course, you probably all know I'm currently running the transmission with a straight cut 4th gear. Otherwise, the transmission internals are pretty much stock. And I'm running an Exidy twin disc clutch. However, I think it is worth noting that on this same setup, I was previously running an ACT full face disc, full face sprung disc, the HD pressure plate. And that clutch was holding relatively fine. It had quite a few launches on it that it held up to, but it was starting to slip. So now that you have all that info, here are a couple clips of it on the dyno. So knowing this horsepower can be fun to say, it can be fun to have this in your pocket to say that you have 440 horsepower at the wheels. But this stuff can really be skewed. A lot of people seem to put too much emphasis on the actual dyno numbers, and dyno numbers themselves can vary from dyno to dyno. And not only that, but how you set up the dyno. For this particular run, I had 13% load on the dyno. There are a bunch of different things that you can do to kind of cheat the numbers. Really, the value in a dyno is just being able to do multiple pulls back to back in a safe environment to adjust your tune and get the most out of your tune. At least that's my opinion at this point. But I'm hoping to make another video soon kind of explaining how dynos lie and what they can lie about and the real value of them. So keep an eye out for that video. If you don't see it within a month or so, bug me. Tell me that I need to make this video about dynos. And also, if you haven't seen as well, maybe check out the most recent video of me actually racing my EVO on the dirt track at spectator races. I certainly didn't drive it as good as Andy does, not through the corners at least, but I was able to win. It was a fun time. So if you want to check out that video as well, that'd be cool. But as always, this is Paul from Boosted Films, saying thanks for watching.